just testified before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties.
Silence breaker for my brother, who is a artist, and they're after my life. My whole family is after my life, and they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million, and they don't want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. They owe me money, and they're trying to off. And I'm begging you and I'm pleading you, help me raise $100,000 as soon as I can so I can move to an undisclosed location where I am safe. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage, saying I wanted to hang myself.
Y'all, Aaron Carter's tragic passing just took a turn that nobody saw coming, and guess whose name is popping up in all of this mess like a bad penny? None other than Sean Diddy Combs himself. And baby, when I tell you this connection is giving everybody chills.
Aaron Carter begged for help in front of the world. He begged for financial support to help get him a private security team to keep him alive. He said on numerous occasions, if anything happens to me, I promise you, I am not vital. And no one said anything.
Listen here, because this tea is scalding. The whispers on these streets are getting louder by the minute about some jaw-dropping connections between Diddy and Aaron Carter's final days. And honey, it gets even juicier. Diddy's lawyer just jumped ship faster than rats from the Titanic. When a lawyer starts running, you know something major is about to drop. The feds aren't just looking into Aaron's passing anymore. They're connecting dots that are painting a picture darker than a moonless night. And let me tell you something that'll make your skin crawl. Aaron left us on November 5th, 2022, just one day after Diddy's birthday. Now, I'm not one for coincidences, but Chile.
Aaron Carter's cause of death is revealed. According to online records obtained by E! News, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner coroner determines that the singer died in November due to drowning. Secondary causes were listed as the effects of alprazolam, which is sold under the brand Xanax, and difluoro.
Baby, hold on to your wigs because this pattern is giving everybody goosebumps. We're talking Kim Porter, Whitney Houston, Jamie Foxx's health scare, and Albie Shore's situation. And honey, they all have one thing in common, Diddy. But here's what's got everybody's group chats exploding like fireworks on the 4th of July. Most of these people were either about to speak out or planning to expose something right before tragedy struck. Let me break this down for you like butter melting on hot toast. Aaron's official cause of death was drowning, but here's where it gets spookier than a haunted house on Halloween. He was found in a bathtub, just like Whitney Houston. And speaking of Whitney, let me tell you about the Clive Davis connection that's got everybody's tongues wagging faster than a dog's tail at dinner time. Before Diddy became the mogul we know today, he had a mentor, none other than Clive Davis himself. And according to industry whistleblower Jaguar Wright, who's spilling more tea than a Boston Harbor party, both Diddy and Jay-Z might have learned some disturbing practices from Clive that'll make your stomach do more flips than an Olympic gymnast.
People. Why? Most likely because he was victimized by his mentor, who loved to control people.
And his mentor was
Andre Rell.
Tell us how
who was
he
mentored by Clive Davis.
Now, let's talk about that fateful night when Whitney Houston left us. She was found in that Beverly Hilton hotel bathtub, the exact same place where Clive Davis was getting ready for his pre-Grammy party. And what did Clive do? Baby, he went ahead with that party like nothing happened, serving champagne while Whitney's spirit had barely left the building. Meanwhile, Diddy ended up in the hospital with a migraine after his post-Grammy bash at the Playboy Mansion. Chile, if that ain't suspicious, I don't know what is. According to Miss Jaguar Wright, and honey, she's got receipts longer than a CVS receipt on Black Friday, Diddy's rise to fame wasn't just about talent and hustle. She's saying it involves some favors for Clive Davis that'll make your jaw drop lower than your standards on a lonely Friday night. I mean, how does someone go from being a regular old intern to running Bad Boy Empire faster than you can say, take that? And baby, let's talk about that tragic 1991 charity basketball game that nobody wants to remember but everybody needs to know about. 9 precious lives lost lost, including a pregnant woman carrying Father MC's baby, and somehow Diddy managed to walk away from that situation cleaner than a whistle in a soap factory. The word on the street is that Clive might have helped sweep that under the rug faster than dust before your mother-in-law visits. Now, these whispers about Clive and Diddy's special arrangement in 1994 are making more noise than a dropped pin in church. They're saying Diddy got down on his knees for Clive. And baby, I ain't talking about saying grace. When Clive came out as bi in 2013, suddenly all these old rumors started making more sense than a calculator at tax time. Jaguar Wright dropped another bomb that'll have you clutching your pearls so tight they'll turn to diamonds. She's saying Diddy learned how to create substances that could mimic natural causes of death from none other than Clive Davis himself. We're talking about things that could look like pneumonia or heart attacks, letting these tragedies slip by unnoticed like a ghost at a Halloween party.
Have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was gonna meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know.
And baby, we need to talk about Kim Porter because this story will break your heart into more pieces than a dropped mirror. According to Jaguar Wright, Kim might have met her end for reasons similar to others in Diddy's circle. Y'all, Kim was working on a tell-all book that would have exposed more secrets than a confessional booth. She was about to blow the roof off everything. The manuscript allegedly detailed things that'll make your blood run colder than an ex's heart. Diddy attacking her with a chair, having her house wired up like a CIA operation, tapping her phone like it's a spy movie, and having people follow her every move. When she threatened to expose everything, including some piping hot tea about Tupac and Biggie's deaths, well, we all know what happened next. The official story says pneumonia took Kim, but honey, let me tell you about that initial coroner's report. They found toxins that could mimic pneumonia symptoms, and Chile, what about that blood on her pillow and that trail to the bathroom? Even more suspicious than your man's late-night texts. Kim called 911 at 2:43 a.m., but help didn't show up until Kimora Lee Simmons found her at 11 a.m. Make it make sense.
It really wasn't him. I can't blame him. It was actually Jennifer that was mad at me. But he was just trying to come to her, honor.
Puffs it, man. It's kind of, I'm like, damn, this shit is crazy, man, huh? So what I did was, I would show up to the party in my little town car. There's town, I grabbed me a town car so I could skirt. Puff the SUVs and the Bentleys, the whole night. He get out. I get out too with a camera. The big Canon, like, yo, Puff, I should document this shit, right? Yo, what's up, Playboy? what you talking about? I said, no, I should get this, man. You, Fonz, the whole nine. He says, yeah, let him through.
Now let's spill some fresh tea about Jamie Foxx because this one's still steaming. Jamie and Diddy were tighter than skinny jeans after Thanksgiving dinner, and apparently, Diddy let Jamie see some things at those infamous parties that would make a reality show look like Teletubbies. But Jamie started dropping hints about what he'd seen, and faster than you can say beat Shazam, he ends up in a mysterious coma.
Jamie Foxx states in the special that Diddy was responsible for what happened to him, and he is the one that called the FBI on him.
What are some of the things that you heard behind the scenes that were going on before this indictment actually dropped?
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
We're talking about what was it, a year or two ago or so, when Jamie Foxx got real sick and everybody said he had a stroke?
Yes.
We're talking about that, or talking about something different?
I'm talking about that.
And honey, just like Choke No Joke, Big Homie took his claims even further, revealing that he got his information firsthand by attending 2 of Jamie Foxx's Netflix show tapings with a client. According to Big Homie, the atmosphere during these tapings was super tense, with Jamie clearly not holding back on how he felt about Diddy. This totally lines up with growing rumors that Jamie had been dropping these cryptic hints about his issues with Diddy for quite some time. What makes Big Homie's account even more jaw-dropping is that it matches exactly what Choke No Joke said. Jamie had serious personal issues with Diddy, and his comments weren't just part of some comedy routine, with 2 separate eyewitnesses now confirming that Jamie openly called out Diddy in a serious way. It makes you wonder, could all these rumors about Diddy's dark influence on people's lives actually be true? And now, let's get back to Aaron Carter's heartbreaking story. In the weeks before his passing, Aaron was desperately pleading online for $100,000 to move somewhere safe. He claimed people around him were keeping him isolated and involved in some dangerous plot. Just when it seemed like Aaron might be turning things around, tragedy struck on November 5, 2022, when he was found unresponsive in his home. For those who might not remember, Aaron Carter was this adorable teen sensation in the 2000s, known as the little brother of Backstreet Boys' Nick Carter. But after his rise to fame, life took such a dark turn for Aaron as he battled mental health issues and substance abuse. Many say these struggles were rooted in traumatic events from his early career. Now, old photos of young Aaron hanging out with Diddy are resurfacing, and OMG, they're raising some serious questions. In this chilling reflection, Aaron once admitted, "Do you regret ever getting involved in, I didn't have a choice. It got bad when I was about 15 years old." This has fans wondering, could Aaron have been one of Diddy's youngest victims? But wait, there's more. In the months leading up to his death, Aaron was super outspoken, claiming he knew shocking secrets about powerful figures in the entertainment world. He shared these cryptic posts online, hinting at the truth he was carrying. And just days before he was found unresponsive in that bathtub, Aaron reached out to Kanye West asking for a conversation. Here's where things take an even wilder turn. Kanye West later dropped this absolute bombshell, claiming Aaron Carter was taken out by Harley Pasternak, his former personal trainer. Pasternak is rumored to have ties to MK Ultra and is said to act as a celebrity handler. According to Kanye, Pasternak even threatened him, saying he'd have Kanye institutionalized and claimed he could orchestrate situations like Aaron's tragic death. While Aaron's struggles with addiction and mental health were well known, the strange circumstances around his passing have so many people speculating about a darker, more complex story. The initial police report said Aaron's housekeeper found him unresponsive in the bathtub, but it wasn't until 5 months later that the LA County Medical Examiner ruled his death as accidental, citing drowning due to medication and inhaled compressed gas. But honey, fans were not buying the official story. Just days before his death, Aaron had posted these absolutely disturbing videos where he expressed fear for his life, claiming he felt unsafe in his own home. Adding to the mystery were reports from Aaron's neighbors, Anthony and Amanda Cheval, both trained medical professionals. They heard Aaron's 911 call through a police scanner and rushed to his home, worried about his safety. But when they got there, OMG, you won't believe what happened. Amanda, a registered nurse, tried to help with her defibrillator, but the house sitter allegedly locked the door and ran away. Like, how suspicious is that? This unusual behavior only deepened the feeling that something was seriously wrong. The fact that the house sitter allegedly tried to stop the police from entering the house is one of the most chilling parts of this whole case. If Aaron was in distress, why would someone try to block law enforcement from helping him? Could this have prevented police from possibly saving him in time? That alone casts such a dark shadow over everything that happened that day. But it doesn't end there. Another disturbing theory involves Aaron's ex-fiancée, Melanie Martin. Their relationship had already been rocky, and it seems Aaron's suspicions about Melanie grew in the months before his death. Reports suggest that she had been talking to Aaron's family about putting him under a conservatorship, something that made Aaron absolutely furious. He felt like he was being manipulated and controlled. The tension between them reached this boiling point when Melanie was arrested for allegedly mistreating Aaron. In a YouTube video, Aaron openly talked about the abuse he experienced, claiming that Melanie had physically attacked him.
I get volume fillers, okay?
9 days ago, Aaron Carter had this to say.
I'm afraid for my life. Anybody else have neighbors from hell, or am I the only one too? They don't observe an exclamation, sweetheart. None of them do. No, they don't. And that's why I'm just moving. My property is completely secluded. These neighbors have been the scariest, worst people. I was threatened by them.
But apparently she was in communication with his family to put him under a conservatorship. Or at least that's what he thinks she's doing. Yes, the same type of conservatorship that Britney Spears fought years to get out of. So of course, Aaron Carter is very upset at Melanie Martin. They split up.
Melanie was also previously arrested for putting her hands on Aaron, and Aaron later revealed in a YouTube video exactly what Melanie had done to him.
My ex-girlfriend is now in jail for she ripped my trachea out. She ripped my arms open. She ripped my back open, and she punched me where I got my tooth pulled out of my mouth. So, and then hurt my trachea so bad that I I can't speak.
Fans and onlookers were quick to question Melanie's motives behind her swift and seemingly calculated moves. Some even speculated that she might have been one of those paid Hollywood handlers, a theory that's not totally crazy given the dark and mysterious nature of the entertainment industry. This idea often connects to the concept of powerful people controlling others, using them for their own gain, and potentially disposing of them when they become inconvenient. And then there are these whispers about powerful Hollywood elites possibly being involved in Aaron's death. For years, rumors have circulated about these elites allegedly protecting figures like Diddy and others. The sudden, mysterious circumstances around Aaron's passing fit into this pattern that's often seen in Hollywood's darker corners. Could Aaron have been another casualty of an industry that allegedly uses people up and throws them away when they're no longer useful? The connections between Aaron's troubled past, the accusations surrounding Diddy, and the strange timing of his death have so many people wondering if there's more to this story than meets the eye. Some fans suggest that Aaron may have had damning evidence that could potentially expose elites like Diddy, which is why he was targeted. The theory is that the feds are now gathering evidence for this, and that's exactly why his lawyers quit. They knew there was no way Diddy could get out of this mess. But what do you think about all this? Could Aaron Carter have been targeted not just by Diddy, but by other powerful figures in the industry? Comment down below, and while we wait for more updates, make sure to like, subscribe, and watch our other videos for more deep dives that might shock you if you knew.